being aware of change as you radically showing up in this very moment, as you're taking your seat. Noticing how you're taking your seat. Yes, you are already sitting or lying down. Maybe get out of it for a moment or move, and then deliberately move into a posture that provides you a sense of dignity. Puts you in this presence. Getting a sense of being connected with the ground beneath, the surface beneath, the floor, the chair, the sofa, the cushion, the meditation bench, the yoga mat, the bed, the carpet. There are parts that are in touch with the ground, in the bigger picture with the earth, and getting a sense of being held and anchored. And just allow yourself to, stretch the body, move the body in your own way. Or just coming into this relative stillness. And also, if you haven't done yet, maybe allowing yourself to closing the eyes fully or partially. And just noticing what that is like as you're kind of really taking away the distraction from the outer and just really descending awareness inside. Having said that, if you prefer to really keep your eyes open because it gives you a sense of safety and a bit of a sense of control, absolutely go for it. Just experiment with this as well. You may need a longer, in particular if the mind is very busy. You just find a spot in front of you or on the floor that you can keep a soft gaze at. Or notice what happens as you're letting the eyelids cover the eyeballs. And just relaxing all the parts of the body that are maybe a bit of tension there and then, or tightness. Loosen up best you can. Let the body relax. Noticing why you're here. Noticing what it's like to be here. And you don't even have to like it. Just be here. So not wanting things to be different at all, just being here and showing up to this moment and see what happens. Bringing this curiosity towards your experience. And shifting the focus of attention to the breath. Tuning in to your breath and your body. As you're centering your awareness down inwardly. And maybe even really dropping into your chest, into the middle of your chest, into your heart. And just noticing the rhythm of the breath and noticing how the breath is actually gently rocking and caressing the heart. And as you're slowing down and falling awake to the body, to the breath, noticing what that feels like. And noticing whether there's any expectation towards this practice, and if so, just being aware of it and maybe even dropping it. Because there is no fixed destination, right? There is no fixed outcome that we have to strive towards. This is what Mark Epstein says there. When there is no fixed destination, you cannot ever lose your destination. So you cannot ever lose your path. So nothing that happens in your life can take you off your path. Your path is what happens. And what happens is your path. There is no other. So just this one breath and noticing how that is expanding the body as you're breathing in, and you're perhaps really allowing to come into this particular way of being. And as you're breathing out and noticing the expansions changing, that in itself is really an interesting practice, sort of letting be and letting go, right? Not controlling the breath, let it come in and out of the body in its own rhythm, because the body knows how to do that. And not holding on to the breath. So it's a letting go of the breath. And taking out of how's the mind. Of course, the mind wants to be noticed. How's this resonating in the mind? Is there a protest going on? Is there a reaction? Or is the mind actually appreciating this, letting be, this just being in this relative stillness and not doing anything, not making an effort? And in between, there is the breath. You can always bring your awareness back to focus, to reconnect my voice, sounds, or any other natural anchor that helps you to, when you're getting off track. Well, that is also part, isn't it? But to refocus, because you really want to be aware and awake. And again, it's really this fine tuning of what is the difference between letting go and letting be, or this continuum, so to speak. I think really the let be comes first and then towards that go, maybe, but not striving forward. And it actually is not a matter of letting go. This is what Jon Kabat-Zinn says. He really sort of brings us into the practice. He really invites to let things be as they are. And noticing whatever is arising in this very moment. For some of you, it might be so easy to do this. If that's the case, Just take note of that. And for some others, it might be really puzzling and confusing, and maybe lots of stuff going on, lots of vibration, lots of thinking, lots of distraction. And if you can hold this in the container of awareness, if you would say the awareness is the sky, and you just, they are the clouds, they come and they go. They don't really care whether you want them to be there or not. It's like the weather, as I said at the beginning, it doesn't really care whether I like it or not. It is just happening. So treating this, whatever helps you, sort of, treating whatever is arising, first of all, with kindness. I see you. I notice you, mind, and this thought in particular. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm noticing, I feel a certain way. Maybe there's some frustration, sadness, whatever. And I allow myself to not react, to just let it be. And notice what happens if I form a different relationship to all the events that arise. The thoughts, the feelings, and the sensations in the body. So in this container of awareness, as I'm holding everything, if that is possible, if that is too much, if that is too difficult, remember there's choice. You don't have to follow my invitations. You can just again shift the focus to the breath. Stretch and adjust the body. Or just tune in with the soundscape. And notice what happens if you allow yourself to choose whatever is available to you in each and every moment. What that kind of feels like. It's very responsive rather than reactive. And you probably sort of saw that quote that I posted. That is what Mark Epstein says. Instinctively, we want things to be more secure, more absolute, more under control than they possibly can be. So that there's always a gap between what we wish for and what we have. We have to learn how to work with that gap. And we can only learn how to work with that gap if we come and see ourselves, if we start to witness, this is what is arising. If we allow it to be, if we don't push it away, if we don't grasp, if we don't cling, if that feels safe, we see it is also passing, not staying forever. And in between the breath, I'm breathing in. I know that I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. I know that I'm breathing out. And in this moment, noticing what is arising. Is there anything that you want to hold on to? Is there anything that you don't want to face? Is there anything that you're hoping for that it doesn't happen. Anything, any attachment that you're holding on to is an expectation that is hidden below and maybe now becomes actually available to you, or we become aware of it. All these questions that we can ponder on. But we can only answer if you see it. If you push something away that hasn't even come up yet, it doesn't really work that way. I'm just noticing, how's the body right now? Is it at ease? Relaxed? Or is it contracting already? And if so, if there's any tension or tightness, is it possible to loosen up again? Yes, allow yourself. This is being in tune with. Stretching, moving a little bit, and coming back into stillness. And you might notice that can't help it, it's automatically drifting or wandering or reacting. That's okay. Noticing is a part that is important, because then it becomes accessible, you become aware of, and you can choose. Let the moment go the way it goes. Breathing. Noticing what it's like to rest in this moment, to be that way. If it's difficult, allow yourself to be kind to whatever part in the body that is struggling, to whatever part in the mind that is struggling. See whether you can bring just some kindness or a smile towards it. Yeah, but you okay. It's okay not to be okay. Or just simply shifting to the breath and just following the air in and out of the body. And this is how we want to conclude the practice. So really now withdrawing and focusing on the breath, just the breath. And knowing it's not only you, it's all the people who are here right now doing exactly the same. We're sitting here in this, wherever we are across this world. That's amazing, and breathing together. And maybe whenever you're feeling ready on the next exhalation, perhaps starting to move the body, the toes, the fingers, or lifting the eyelids, or moving the head and taking in the visual field. You're laying down, maybe moving on to one side and just resting there for a moment before you're getting up again. Or you may find yourself wanting to sit a little bit longer. Why not? Go for it. Otherwise, just take a look around. Maybe offering yourself a smile. Good. there's something you want to say before you're heading off, before we're all heading off, you're welcome to. You don't have to. So this is, practice in progress. It actually never stops. And, what is that like for you to fall awake again and again and again, to be aware? And sometimes we see things we don't want to see, and then it's about this: how can we skillfully, in a wholesome way, respond to it? And that is something that needs to be learned, because that's not what we normally don't grow up with. This is not how we are taught. You're taught there's a problem, we have to fix it. And if we can't fix it, we work harder, we make more efforts. And if we then still can't fix it or find a solution to it or can't let go of, could be quite in trouble. So there is another way, and this is what we practice. And thank you so much for being here. Take good care, and goodbye for now.